Okay, we talked about prompting and we talked about how to make a picture or something like that. Before we start all of that, I will give you some basic advisements how to use ChatGPT. I think a lot of people use ChatGPT and do not know exactly what the meaning is of all these extras in ChatGPT. So when you see on your ChatGPT, and it's the same on your mobile phone, you see a plus. Yeah, so I have a menu where I can do add photos, add from Google Drive, add from OneDrive. You have seen all that stuff in before. So it depends whether you have a version who's paid or which is not paid. And I show you the main difference between. In paid versions, you got here on. So what you see is here on the left side, we have
No,
some
we
pro
don't. We don't see anything, Jörg.
you did
Sorry.
see anything
We see you.
today? Yeah, that's the main thing, you know. No, so let's have let's have a screen sharing again. This is very tricky here with shit is that here. So share a screen. We go to screen sharing again. So yeah, actually let's share another thing. Let's go for that Safari. Let's go here, share. So now you see my window again. So the difference between paid versions of ChatGPT and the normal version is one big thing. It's not a big thing because you can do everything I show you here with the non-paid version, but it makes works a little bit um, cleaner. So for example, I have projects here. So when I go in this project folder, you see here, I can go to my digital transformation folder. And this is one thing I would like to show you. This is the chat in this folder. In that folder, I can also put files. You see is one file in there. Yeah. And what I can do with a new chat is, new project is, I can make a description. So when I go to new project, here is the project name. And I will say education today. Okay. Here you have some labels you can use also. I created program. So now I can add files to that. Everything I think which is necessary to create that education today, all the files I need for that is here. So I can have here the education today, that is the label here. And here I can upload files. Yes. And here you see the instruction. And this is what we learned before on the slides. The instruction defines what the folder and the topic is in of. So I say, you are a professional teacher for animal science. Now the task is coming. That's what it is. You have to make people which are your students to learn from primary knowledge to study knowledge the whole topic. So he knows he's not even specified in something, he has to present the knowledge of everything. If I want that he is only talking about elephants, then I will say here to study only about elephants. If they try to use different, you deny and continue with elephants. What that means is You now have predefined your ChatGPT in a teacher role for animal science, but he depends on elephants. He can't do that in the same depth with other animals. And this is exactly the difference. And this is why we need an initial prompt. This is an initial prompt for all other chats. All other chats in a folder have the same rules. So you can do it for each one separate. So if you open a chat, you have to type it in. If you open a new chat and you will have the same, you have to copy and paste that into the new chat. In a folder, you have only to write it once, click on save, and every new chat is going like that. Hey, tell me about your profession. So, so here we start. And the more you get start to work with chats, the more it's depending on your instruction. Yeah. So, so he is giving you also a basic knowledge if you type in like that, what it is doing, what it can do, what it not do. But here is my profession. Yeah. Um, see elephants. So do you have to redefine? That's what we're talking about redefining. If it does not come with the instruction you have in there, you redefine that, and he is recreating his instruction. And that's what it is. He's thinking about that, and so you can create more and more dependencies. It takes a long time for him to do that because when you do initial prompts, he has to reset the whole problem. Yeah, now you see what happens.
Yeah. Sorry for
Yeah,
interrupt.
but what do you want to say, Angelica? Do you have a question, Angelica? Oh, our internet connection is lost. So, are you in there?
Now we hear you.
Okay, now it's working, right? Okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay. When I told you at the beginning, we do an instruction into the folder or something like that, and you do an instruction at the beginning of a chat. This is an initial instruction. So I asked him, what's your profession? And I expected that he is telling me he is a scientist for elephants, but he didn't do. Why? Because often LLMs could not directly build the context. So when I tell him here, see from the definition, you're a professor for elephants, what we have written in the chat or in the instructions, he is finally doing what we want. Okay. So now he is aligned. That's what we're talking aligning in ChatGPT or in LLMs. It works on Grok and everywhere. So, um, this is now where we are basically in. Now he has adjusted himself to be a professor on science on elephants. Now you can ask him everything. The main thing is now here we ask about which kind of elephants are. But you can also ask what medical needs an elephant. For that reason, we go back and you see now we have a chat here and I can go medicals on elephants. Is this hard to understand? So now you have separated and structured a little bit what you are doing. You have not everything in one chat, you have different chats, and that makes it more easier and comfortable to work with ChatGPT, okay? And even in Grok or whatever. They have all such as like that. Now you get an answer here, you see it is working and the machine is answering your question. But remember, it is answering that detailed because you have made a role and you have made an instruction what this role is about, explaining you in deep from beginner level to hard level how this is working. So let's go away from that project. Let's go to some Let's go to a normal chat here in prompting. So when I prompt, for example, this picture, and now we go to the sunset picture by example, yeah? Make a sunset picture. You can do it on your phones also. You can try it out. Just do it.
Mm.
So I have a sunset picture here now, right there. It is working, it's creating. And then I write in the next, I write make, yeah, Angie?
I just have a question. You
Yeah.
just talked about a project, how you can define a role and everything. But if somebody has only the free version and is not able to have a project,
That's what I meant
you can
also.
also give in each chat, right?
Yeah, maybe there was the internet way. I was explaining that you
Yeah.
can do the initial prompt. That what I was writing in the instructions, you write in a chat. You have only to remember if you change the chat like we have done in the folders and you have the free version, you have to put that same initial chat into the new chat again. So in a folder, they all depend on the same instruction. If you use it with the free version without folders, you have to do you're an expert for elephants in every chat you open. Okay, that's the difference. You need to copy that instruction and paste it in the new chat because new chats always forget what the other chat is saying. So if I do here, you see here I have a list of thousands of chats here, and no chat is depending on the other chat. So it's all independently. Yeah, it's individual. But if I want to make a chat continue with that what I had before, I have to do the inner.
Oh, there is again.
I don't know what happens today. I haven't got any idea about what happens here today with the internet connection. It's very hard to find out what's going on here. So I think literally you can't see my screen now. I have to
No?
change the screen again. Yeah, you see, that's the problem with real world technology. And every time you think it works, some problems coming out of nothing. But we won't be distracted for that. We just square the screen again. So here we go to the request, share. And here we go again. So let's go the same way again. Maybe now not make a sunset picture. And what will we see? Picture is coming. This is taking a long time now because you have to figuring out which times your LLM is working fastest. That's always a problem with LLMs is also when I tell you, but you think about millions of users in the world using actually ChatGPT and you're using Grok at the same time. So many people have more windows running, not only one window, they have opened several windows to work in that. So the power of the service of ChatGPT will slow down. And this is always a problem. This is now that it's waiting here for you. It's not on my internet connection. It's the talk between the surface where we work with the server of ChatGPT to create the result. So that's actually taking a long time as we see, but nonetheless, we are here to talk about prompting. So let me show you another prompt which is working. Make a sunset. And then I go for that here, double point, and say first on a beach with palms and I will say sailing, sailing boats in the water. Then second, I say it is somewhere in South Africa, for example. Okay? Kittens show on the picture typical sceneries which happen there. So this is a different in creating a picture from just writing, I want to see a picture with a sunset. This is a very powerful difference in all of that. So I do it here and I send it also to create. And sometimes you will see if ChatGPT is not responding or it's responding slow or something like that, you have to reload the site or something. Okay? So we go that way, we can say reload the site, go to ChatGPT.com again, and then we reload the site. That's always depending on what happens. Yeah, you see it is very, very, very website expired. You see? Um, that's problems who um, that's happen always when you have internet complexities, your internet is broken, you have to log in again. That's what always happens. Yeah, that's why the system is slowing down. And this is what, yeah, it's awful, but it is there. So we sign in again into the system. Check. And hopefully everything is coming back. Account of account, cancel stack Squarespace. So you see, we are in Squarespace. We are not in ChatGPT. And this is something you have. It is good that it happens now. I will explain what happened here. We have a lot of scamming and phishing sites in the world which want to redirect you in their own project. So they collect your data. So what you see is the sign looks similar like ChatGPT, but we are in Squarespace. Some people now will say, "Oh, Squarespace is a part of ChatGPT." It is not. So we have to go right here, ChatGPT.com, and rebuild this. Okay, that was an example what happens if internet connections are losses and scammers and frauders come in and want to fish your data. So make sure that you always on this side. This is very extensive because if you type in things about you, about your projects into a fake machine, they will all collect your data and then you're really seriously in trouble. Even if you do working with credit card or mobile phone numbers or with your M-Pesa code or something like that. Make sure you always on ChatGPT.com and if it leaves or something is going wrong, make sure you come back to the right side. Okay? That's my advice for you. This is really, really necessary because otherwise you will have right trouble. And you see all the internet is full with tricky scams and something like that. Phishing. That was a typical kind of phishing attack. Yeah? You can see it now. We have catched we have captured it live. Okay? So let's go to that what we said what we will do. We will go here to our sunset picture request. So now you see the pictures are here. This is one of the sunset pictures. This is another one. And this is with the boats. You see, here we defined how we want to have the sunset. Here we just said make a sunset picture, right? So he gave us a sunset picture. But here we refined how we want to have it. We said we want to have palms, we want to have sailboats, we want to have a typical scenery. Yeah, he has bringing in here a boat, a shipwrecked boat, a boat by naming Cape Town. That's what the differences is in prompting. So the more precise you are, the better it will work. And you can change the style. Always what people do not know is changing the style. I can now say, make this picture like Ghibli. So now you will see that the same picture is looking totally different. So when you think about you have a movie, you see something, or you see another picture or something like that, change it. You can do every change in the picture you want like to do. I can say remove the boat, then the boat is gone. I can say put the sun of the sunset a little bit higher. It will become a little bit higher. You can set the boats, say, I want only one boat. You can redefine this whole pictures only by saying what you do not want and what you want to as an add-on. And this is making a good engineering. If you have a picture in your mind and you have drawn it on a paper, you can also upload the paper and say, I want a sunset like that. Now you see, we changed the style of this picture just by saying Ghibli. Ghibli is a predefined word for an artist which is making Ghibli style. It's an anime style, something like that. Okay, now I can say make it like a four-slide comic where the penguins talk about the people who stress them by always new pictures. So it is in your imagination what happens to all of us. The beginning of the course, you see Bugs Bunny jumping into the movie. People who joined later can see it on the recording later. So it is all about you, how you refine and prefine and definish what you want to have. You have to, and if you do not have, that's a very, very important thing. You see a picture and you say, wow, I would like to make pictures in this style. How can you do if you haven't got any idea how to describe this? You can do it in a very, very easy way. You go, take a picture from that picture or from that art you want, say to ChatGPT when you upload the photo, I want to make something, and then you describe what you want to make and say in the same style as the picture is. So you do not have to know what exactly to type in, but you can do something magic with all of that stuff. Now I will show you how we get this into life. Okay? So many people now think they have to save that or the pictures or something like that. It's easy. We want to make a scenery where a couple is coming walking along the beach and talking to the penguins. Okay? So we want to have it in a very, very, very good style, and we do not want to pay for that. Okay? So we copy this thing. We go here or you go here, copy this picture. It has failed. Wait, you have to try it again. You have to try it again. That's sometimes about the internet or whatever. If it what works that way, you can always go on the picture and click on the picture. So I can see copy image. If you have a mobile phone, you can just press long on the picture and you can save it to your mobile phone store and then you have to upload it. Okay? But if you have the chance to copy, copy. Okay? What I'm doing now is I'm going over, I'm going over to Grok. I'm now in Grok. This is make sure that you type in this here, grok.com/imagine. If you are on a different site, leave it. You can go to grok.com and then you can click imagine, okay? But this is the right source there you have to go, okay? Or download the app on your mobile phone. Download grok.com, it's for free. Start grok.com and then you are here like in that. You will see Grok looks the same like your. Yeah? Yeah, this is the same like ChatGPT in a way. It works the same way. It has also projects. It is full. It's all in that phase. So what you can do now is I'm going, what will you do today? I want to create a picture. Okay? So I have to go to imagine. So that's exactly what it is. Here on the left side, you see imagine. We go here, and then we have a prompt which we can type in here. So now where I paste my picture in here, you see it. It is coming. There's my picture. And now I type in, and that's why you have to learn prompting, my friends. I want a couple coming along the beach and talk with the penguins about why there are not in cold water. So then I press enter, and then you have to wait. You see right, it is showing you how many percent it has fulfilled. So we have to wait until it is 100%. And this is exactly why you have to do this. If you got an structure for a scenery, you can also, we wait until it's finished. I will show you when it's finished. We can also use something magic. We can ask um, ChatGPT to write a prompt how to make this alive. So when you say you have an idea for people running on the beach and make something like that, and you want to have it exactly and you want to have it the right way, you can say to ChatGPT, I want to have a script for a little movie which describes what I want. Okay? So, but here it's the same. You have a prompt window, and if you exactly know what it is, you have to do something. I want a couple. This is what I do to instruct. Coming along the beach. Yeah, that's the task. And talk with the penguins. Yeah, this is the task they have to do. Yeah, I was saying what I want, a couple, the people, and I was telling more. I want to have not only the people, I want them to talk to the penguins. So, and why they are not in cold water. So now you see we are on 87%, so it's coming back in a second. And then we have to wait a little bit and we will see what happens. You see the people are coming and talking to the penguins. And what it is all about is, it is also with text. Okay? You have seen now, this is not tricky thing and you have a quality which is astonishing. Grok was upgrading his graphic engine uh, in a really, really good way. You can do everything. Just try it out. That's how you have a workflow to make a video. Now, the next thing is you got this here. Now, if you want to a continuous flow, you make a picture from that. Yeah, I will show you. I make this picture and bring this picture in here and say, we want to continue the story with the penguins, okay? So I want a scene where they are now looking up to a hill with a restaurant from the point they are actually. So I say I want a scene where they are now looking up to a hill. That's the instruction. Now the redefinement is coming with the restaurant from the point they are actually. So let's see what happens. In the meantime, I will download this image. We can say here download. Here it's download. Yeah, we downloaded this to the computer. So, and because I will show you something else after that, we have done that. So now you see the pigeons looking to a restaurant there. What I have forgotten, and now you see exactly, he was going on in the comic style, and I want to make it not in the comic style. Make it not comic, make it real. So now we have to transform it back into the same view. And so you can create a story. I will tell you that because we want to create a story. We want to make a movie which is not only 6 seconds, we want to make a movie which is maybe 30 seconds. And I will tell you how this is working, you know? So we have to make the scene one, we have to make it clear. Okay, that is our first scene. Now we have to take the second scene. And you see, it is working also a long time again because something is going wrong or something is not coming in that way. Um, So we have to wait a little bit. This is annoying. So when you work with all of that stuff, think about it is time incentive. It is nothing which is working around. So some people say, hey, Jörg, it's not even as fast as you. It relies on so many things. Is the internet connection stable? Is the stability between the server? When time I use ChatGPT or something like that? Yeah. So now we go with that picture. I will copy it again. So we going here, copy image. And go back to Grok. Let's go here. Let's go back to Grok. So this movie we already set down. And now I'm going back here with the button here with the left arrow. I go back. Do the same again. Put my picture here. And let them go to the restaurant on the top and say the couple which stands next to them goodbye. Okay? The only thing we have now is that the couple maybe look different from the last picture. So we have to redefine. We had to make a picture where we have the couple here, the penguins, and then they look about. Yes. So if you want to have the couple in there, you have to say now put the couple into that picture also, and then you have a nice picture to go on. I just want to make you understand how we work. We work in the flow. We had created a picture. Yeah, we had created one of these picture here. And then we said, okay, put people in, put a couple in. Then we put it to Grok, and Grok was making a movie out of that. Now we created that, and we see that the couple is missing, so we had to talk, put in the couple next to the pigeons. Yeah, so I copy this here. We can do it, refine it. That is what we're talking about. Refining. I copy this, I paste it here. Yeah, now it is in there again. And now I say, okay, I do this here. I copy this also. Copy the image, put it also in here. Now we have both to do. Put the couple from the left picture next to the penguins on the right. All looking to the restaurant on the hill. So that's what you can do. Now you will see how this couple is appearing here. And here you see what happens. This is now one example, right? Now we have two, we have two. Now we have two videos, but we want to use our redefined video, right? We want to use this picture here with the couple. So now you see that looks better, right? So now we have a continue story. We started here with the couple, and now they want to go to the restaurant. That's how the movie is working. So now we put it into, and we copy it also, copy image. So now we copy the image, go to Grok, yeah, and put this here
I
in.
think it's the
Yeah.
wrong image.
We put an image here in. Let's have a look. Yes, we done the wrong one. That is not the problem. We go back. Yes, we took the back one. We have to do this here. So let's copy image. So we got this image. See, that's what we see. Eh? Put it in here. And now we got that, and we say, let them go to the restaurant, sitting on a table with the pigeons. The butler is astonished. Why couple with penguins comes long. So, okay, let's do the next scene. They're going into the restaurant, grab a table, sitting there, and the waiter is coming along and ask them why they are coming around with a penguin couple. So that's what you do. I show you this because after we have both of that, we can do something very, very, very funny tricks. Then I will show you another trick. So let's wait until this is finished. Yeah, we have to wait, you know. This is always waiting. Okay, okay. That's what it is about. We download this video also. Sometimes it waited a little longer time. And now we got two videos from one picture we created here. So So now before it is repeating here all the time, we go back. So we go out of that. So what you need to know is now we have two videos. We have it downloaded and we use now, for example, I will say we use Instagram. So I will share my screen. I will stop this here and will go over to the mobile view phone. And I will, what I'm doing now is also I send these two videos to my mobile phone. Yeah, because then I can show you how it is working when we make a video out of that. How this looks like on the phone. It is much more interesting to have than different. We go to the downloads. So yeah, two videos, and now we want to make a one good looking video out of that. So we have that with the penguins. We have the scenery with the penguins coming around. We have one and two. Yeah, I will send it to my phone, and this is what's going on here. Um, so let's wait until it is there. So I will change the screen then immediately to you. Share. I have stop sharing here at that moment. So we want to send this here now. Now what we are doing now is, so here we go again. We go to the Finder. Now, just a second. Um, where it is? Here it is. Send it to 1 second. It's always about now it works. Okay. So let's share the screen here a little bit. Where are you gone now, guys? Um, now Zoom is gone. So what we are doing now is we're working out with the we will work now with the whole thing. And normally you can push this here into your phone. Yeah. And then you can work it out with um you can work it out with Instagram. So you can put the two videos in an Instagram video and then you can blend over and you have a whole video which you can download. This is the normal way you can do easily because you all know how Instagram is working or something like that. In a clever, more style way, I will show you because I manage now, actually, when I record the session, I can't transfer it to my iPhone. Um, you have free software. Free software is like that. So we use, for example, here, because I use a Mac iMovie, you have simple things like that, always for free. You have video editors for your mobile phone or for your tablet or whatever you use. Use a free video project. Yeah, use this software. Get started. So now I say we have a new project here. We have to wait a little bit. It's setting up. So with a program like that, which is which doesn't cost anything, and this is necessary. Think about, you didn't have to pay for Grok. You didn't have to pay for ChatGPT, and you can make a movie without that, which is really good, which is very astonishing. Yeah, that's what exactly it is. What we will do. We're going to have a video here. We are going to make it a good one. Yeah. So we want to put now in we want now to go put in something. We want to create a new project, and you see that the problem is the initialize fast. It's running slow. So we go to back to projects. Okay, upload. So we do create a new movie. Okay, we start to have this project here. And now what we do is insert media. So we put media in here from our downloads. So we look where the download tool is. And this is what always happens. You have to know where it is. Content created. Now we see here the videos. This is our penguin video, and this is the other one. So I select both videos and put it into the project. Import selected. So now I can drag and drop this into my movie thing, which is free. It's all for free. And I can put it here. It's all for free. And now what you see is here. You see the video is running. But that looks not good, okay? So this break is not good. What I can do now, and this you can do with all free videos editors, this is the funny thing of that. You do not need the same software like I have. Every video editor can do this. I can put in it, and I can jump into the project and can now say titles, backgrounds, transitions. So I use a transition here, which makes it smoother to go over here. And now you see, and we have the whole thing. And this is how you create movies about 5 minutes. And this is the magic in it. You can do it all for free. So when I go here now, you can start it for free. It is coming like that around that we can see a full movie from the beginning, like here, with blendings. Of course, what we have done, what we have used. We used ChatGPT, we used Grok, and we used a movie timeline based software. In our case, it was ChatGPT, it was iMovie. You find it for Windows, you find it for your mobile phone. iMovie on iPhone is also working. Whichever phone you got, even Google has really tools to combine the sceneries. And that's how movies are made. That's the real thing, how you make movies. Yeah, and now you also understand this is nothing you do in 5 minutes. If you see Instagram posts, if you see something like that, and the guy is coming to a show and he is clicking and doing this, he has prepared all that thing. I didn't prepare anything today. What I have done is I want to show you, I just wanted to show you how this is working. I want to show you how difficult it is to make this all run. Yeah, this is nothing you do in 5 minutes or something like that. Many people underestimate that. When you see videos, tutorials, they all have prepared it. Think of a cooking show. In a cooking show, it's the same. You see the guy cooking, but everything is prepared. Yeah, from the potatoes up to the noodles, everything is prepared. He do this in 10 minutes, he do magic, and then he's saying we do this like that. But everyone knows this is a long time to do that. It's a really long time to afford and come over all that stuff. That's really necessary to understand. When we do magic, we can do magic, but it is not coming out in a way what it should be or should not be, and it is always refining. And the more and the best you are going to, and the best you prompt, the less work you got. You have seen it. We had the couple in there. but I forget to put the couple into the second picture where the penguins alone looking at the restaurant, right? So I had to go back and redefine that, and I say, okay, put the couple also in the next picture, because otherwise you have different pictures and your story is not ongoing, and then you do not got have a movie. You have something like different movies in one, and this is not what it should be. Now I will give you some advantages because when we're talking about prompting, you should have also a little bit acknowledge that it is going on in a way that we can make prompting a little bit easier for people. Many people do not know that, and I think also for Angelica, who's working with me, this will be new, what I show you now. We have here create a chat prompt where I am. And this is something where we are coming into something like where we are going and something like that. We are in platform OpenAI. Instead of other LLMs, platform OpenAI is from OpenAI and ChatGPT was discussed into the last thing. So OpenAI managed to give us tools to make our work easier. And this is something like that. Here you got to create a chat prompt, yeah, where you say a sunset with a couple meeting penguins on an island. So now you want to have it very, very good. You press here. Yeah, timeout. I have to sign in again. This is always with the signing in today. You know, when you come from a time like me, from the ancient times, it was so much easier. Um, okay. Normally, you create a prompt. Yeah. So this prompt is going like that. You write a picture for penguins because you haven't got any idea how to describe a penguin, right? Normally, it jumps over. And this is actually here not because this is the development country. What you can do in this platform OpenAI, um, it's an agent builder. You can build agents here inside and you can do all that stuff. So when you want to have a prompt, yeah, you have to set up this whole thing and you have to pay for because they're token based. This is a different topic. We do not want to sketch here now. Um, give me a good prompt advice for a sunset picture where people talk with penguins, for example. Okay? You can just do this. Then it is asking you questions. Okay? Now you got atmosphere, composition, interaction style. Now you see here prompt ultra realistic sunset on a South African beach near Cape Town, golden hour light reflecting on red stand, table mountain in the distance. A young couple stands barefoot on the beach talking gently with two African penguins. The penguins are facing them as if in conversation, warm orange sky, and something like that. So you can now see here are different types. Yeah. So I can go here, just copy and paste, put it in, and you see a picture is coming. If you do not really have an idea what you want to describe, ask ChatGPT for creating a prompt. Yeah. But think about every time you use a prompt, make it in the way we had at the beginning of the course. Structure it. Make an instruction what you want to see. What is the output? Then clarify with an example. You want the beach with palms or something like that. Yeah? And then say what you not want. You want not a picture from a sunset on the beach, you want a picture on a mountain view. Something like that. It's always the same. But if you have to describe something and you want to describe something and you do not have the right words for that, ask ChatGPT or upload a picture. You see, it is working. You just have to improve yourself by prompting, not only to say, just make a picture. That's not enough. Then you never will be satisfied. Then you will try and try and try and nothing is coming out. And this is not only here. This is the same. When I say, another example, I type in the prompt, I want news from South Africa. So now it is working and is looking up what news are in South Africa. Okay? That's how it works. But if you do not want to have only news, it's just working, you see it is working. Um, Now it's searching the web. It gives a snapshot, yeah? Now I do not want it that way. Um, so I have to define what I want. I want news about AI in South Africa, for example, and make it like a magazine style with pictures. So that's exactly is needing the whole thing. I'm not only having news now, you will see I have a lot of more than some silly news. It's on you to define your prompt in a way how you want to act with this machine. Okay? Cover story, AI meets that, something like that, you see? Yeah? And you have to say, you want to have a PDF style? And I say, yes, make it make a PDF with pictures. So now I control the output with pictures in it also. And now it happens. Now the text will be created into a PDF. So you see the text here, it's more styled, it has everything you need. And now you see how it is starting to code. It is coding a PDF. Okay? This is exactly what you can do with ChatGPT. You can create, for example, you have made this movie and this is an advertisement for your restaurant. Then you use the movie to make it. Now you need a lot of more informations for your restaurant and something like that. Put it into a PDF or make it in a style that you can post it on Instagram. You can do everything here. You can say, make it in a style that I can post it on Instagram, and you got the picture with your restaurant table fronts and everything for an Instagram post. You just have to do it because this is what I'm telling everyone. It is so much more about prompting and what the machine can do instead of just running for another tool to create something. Okay? So here you see it is working, it's still working on the PDF. Yeah. And let's wait until it's finished. You see, everything you do is time. Okay? It's really time. If you want to do something, you need time. You can do it with your phone wherever you are. You can sit on the beach, you can sit in a restaurant, whatever. You can do it with your phone also. This is nothing you can't do with your phone. Okay? This is nothing no, only because I have a computer. Um, that's really, really, really tough to see that you can rebuild everything here with this nice touch. Okay? As long as the PDF is created, here it is. Now I download the PDF. Now it is downloaded. Now I open my PDF. And what you see is AI in South Africa. with some data graphs in there. This is maybe not the pictures you want to see, but it was going to make some graphs into your PDF. So if you want to have real pictures or something like that, you can do it also. And
Jörg,
this,
we don't see it.
you can't see it. Okay. Stop sharing. Okay. Can't see that. Let's go for this one. Share. Now you can see the PDF here, uh, wherever it is. There it is. Now you see the PDF, right? It has made a PDF out of news stories with some graphs in that. And this is how we're working. Yeah, that's going on. If you want to have pictures, you have to say, you have to say here, create some pictures for the text. Yeah, then I will say, create some pictures for the news. And then you got pictures for the news. And then you can say, okay, put these pictures into my PDF. That's how you work. That's exactly how it is working. You see, now it makes a picture from the news and then you can use it in your PDF. It is all about prompting, right? And it's all about that what you know you only have to know what you can do. Yeah? That's always the magic, okay? So I give you a good example of what we can do. Um, I upload those pictures. You see here, I will add photos and files. AI, so this we upload these videos. Now I upload these videos here. And we wait until this graph is finished. I will put it also in here. Let's just wait a little second. You see, time over time. This is a video which is real in real time. We do not prepare anything here. This is exactly what you have to expect when you start to work with AI. You have to invest a lot of time. But as I said at the beginning, it is more to have now to learn. If I have the chance, if I would be back in the 18 years old Jörg, I will start to learn AI as long as it's going on. Maybe 3 months, 6 months, I need to become a professional or something like that. I don't know how much. But this is the future. This is what people need. They do not need pictures. They need more about the pictures. They need someone who can do all that stuff I show you here. They do not want to have an agentic AI which is reporting every day. They want you to make with the AI a report which is working, and they do not want it on your own. And I show you how it is working. So here you have a golden sunset and a coastline, penguin standing face by face. Okay? So now you can do also with your mobile phone something. It's called agent mode. I'm going into the agent mode. Now you see here it's agent. And now mm, this is not what we want. Let's upload a next file here. Let's go for let's this file download because it's not going in there. Copy image. So this image we want to have here also. And there is the image. We see it. Then we take out this here. Then we go for the plus. Let's go for the plus and activate agent mode. So now you see here it's blue. On the phone it's the same. You can in ChatGPT can enter the agent mode. And now we describe the task. What should be done? Okay, we do not prompt, we describe a task. Create a website out of this with the title Africa News. So now it should create out of this here a website. Okay, this is exactly what happen should now. And somehow this is not working. Okay. Okay, wait, it's not working. Let's say. Okay. We do not do it over the agent. We do it like this is coding, okay? Create a website. Now we code the agent. I will show you in a different thing because the agent can't use pictures from what you are using there. The agent is going to the internet and search everything. I show you in a minute the different, okay? But since we are here, I will show you. Create website, which is going, yeah, Angie?
Sorry for interrupting, but I think if they all have only the free version, they don't have the agent
On the
possibility.
free version, it should be also now.
I was just asking GPT and she said no.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's why we go this way. Okay, you
That's
haven't
what I
got an
imagined.
agent.
Okay,
So I show you
sorry.
later what the difference is between Pro and what it is now. So if you have the free version, you have to go this way. Okay, create website, which is containing the news of Africa and make it African news. So that's what it is. You can do it in the free version. I just typed that because you haven't got an agent. We do not see the agent here. We just uploaded the two videos we created and we just uploaded the picture we created here. Okay? For our news. So then we injected the prompt. It should create a website. We didn't say how the style is of the website. Okay? So we let GPT create a website on its own. We can say create a website which has beautiful colors, which has green, yellow, red colors, which is separated in 5 sections. You have to define what your website should be about. So it's in your imagination how a website should look like, and exact your imagination, you have to write it. You have to learn, type down your imagination. So here's what it's making a big hero header, a top story area, and so on, and so on, and so on. And now you see how ChatGPT is coding your website. And you have done it all without coding skills. You can create software, you can create everything just using that. So if someone is telling you you have to pay a lot of money for software, you should better ask yourself, do I understand what the software is doing? Where do I need it for? And then you ask ChatGPT to code you a software. That's no magic. That is logical. This is no system understanding. This is program code is very logical, so the machine can do it. You can do it with Grok, with Gemini, with everyone. So now you see how the code is building. No one has ever learned to code, and this is fantastic because you are able to do your business. You are able to do so much things instead of using that machine for Google. You can nearly do everything with that machine. So you see how fast the code is coming. If you do it all by your hand and you have to think about how this is structured or something like that, you go nut. That's really so. But that's exactly the world we are living in. And when you say, okay, in the future we do not need any coders anymore, I agree with that. Because simple, it is, in simple words, it is working. It's great. It's great to see. You see, it is working. We got the whole thing here without any coding skills. You just have to say what you want. And that is the magic of the ChatGPT. This is what it was built for. We have, we're living in a time where you can do everything by typing in, only with your words. And think about, it is about how you talk. When you sit in the evening with your best friend on a table and a beer, and you tell him about your ideas, type that ideas you tell you're talking about that into ChatGPT, and you will see how it starts to work on your idea. And the more you use ChatGPT for your ideas, for that, what you really want to do in your life, the more it understands, the more it's supporting you, and it becomes your best buddy. I swear to you. It's like that. Yeah, it knows you exactly, it knows what you expect. Yeah. So now we have the full thing. Yeah. And now we want to see if it works, okay? So open the code in Canva. Now you can download this thing and then you can start it normally. Now you see the chat is going slow here. This is also a thing that's relied on the servers. So here I can now choose open the code in Canva. Then we can make a preview inside here. Otherwise, I have to copy the code and then I have to do it in a text editor and save it, but we want to open it in Canva. So what you see now, the difference is here we got only the code and we can copy the code, right? In Canva, when we say open in Canva, that what you maybe will write down for that, and open the code in Canva, we just will see if it is in there, then we have a preview. I show you that because many of the people think, okay, just say code, and then they sit in front of and do not know what they have to do with that code, okay? We want to see what happens here. So now it is open in Canva. Why did we not say open in Canva directly? When I was starting to learn how to code with ChatGPT, I always have the problem that in Canva it says limit is there, limit is there, a limit is there, a limit is there. So I learned first to make the code and then say open in Canva. Then Canva is not coding for you. Then ChatGPT is coding for you, and the code from ChatGPT is only copied into Canva. And that's exactly how it works. So then you can do also long code because normally you are coding and coding and your website is going bigger and bigger and you say, oh, and next to that I want to have this in and I want to have the scroll text in that and my website should be upgraded to a field where people can pay with their credit cards and something like that. Then Canva says it's too long. Okay, so just code it and then say open in Canva, and then we got also a preview. That's what it is. Yeah, you can do it also directly, open Canva and then say, code me my website, but then maybe you have errors. So now we can go for the preview. Yeah, the server is very slow now, actually. So you see, African news, a magazine style. That's what it's doing. Here you can search the news. It is fantastic. It was working in there here that we have also a search topic for the news. That we can't see the videos is something like that. We have to download the code. Yeah. So what you have to do is we see it here. We can see here the regions. Yeah, we can see all regions. Now it is pop up Southern Africa, West Africa, North Africa, and all topics. And we can say tech, business, society, policy. It was working out a website for news without you have done anything. Now, this is not perfect, okay? Now we have to see how it works. But this is only an example what you can do. And ChatGPT, and this is what I talk you to you. That's why I talk to you. Now you go to ChatGPT and you haven't got any idea what you should do with that. Now you can say, make it more like BBC, make it more like that style, something like that. I can always say here on the left, explain me step by step and wait until I confirmed a step. How I got this code on a website and how to publish. So, what happens now is, if you haven't got any idea, ask ChatGPT and say step by step and wait up until you confirm. Otherwise, it gives you a text 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're sitting there. Now it is doing in German. Do it on English. You can translate, or I will say on Randa language. You can translate with that tool in every language. It's so easy. Yeah, you just say type text me in my language. But it doesn't matter which language you are talking. Yeah, you can just do it. You see, now you got it in your language. That's the funny thing about. You do not have to understand anything or something like that. You can just say translate, copy and paste, and say translate into my language. Even if you have text on English you do not understand, or on French you do not understand, or otherwise round, copy and paste, and let's translate. So now he is saying he is waiting for you until you have finished these steps. Until I said done one, the next step is coming. Okay? And so now you know how to make out this code into a real world project with your own website hosting. It is nothing what you have to afraid for. It is that easy because it is guiding you. If a error appears, you just say, okay, on my window is an error. And if everything is not possible, copy the error and paste it here, or make a screenshot or put it in there or something like that. And you can do it all with your phone. And you can do it all with the basic version of ChatGPT. You do not have to pay anything. Okay? This is another example how all of that is working. Just to make you understand, we have here a good way, and that's why prompting is important. Yeah, you have to understand what you type in. You have to give examples even for the website. I could have said, okay, I want a website which has a headline, which has two windows in there for videos, and then has structured reports and separate columns. Yeah, but I have to define it. Make a picture on the paper, explain it, or if you can't explain your own picture, then upload it and say, what do you see here? And then you explain it. It's like talking to a friend. Really, it's like that. But you have to structure your input. That's always important. Okay, we're building. Um, okay, we are building resilient. This is another thing I want to show you. Building resilient prompts using an evaluation flavor. You know, this is something you should have in mind, which is really interessant and interesting to use. Um, ChatGPT has a cookbook. Yeah, it's really called a cookbook. Okay. So when I'm going here, for example, for learning about a different way how we can make prompts. Yeah, this is a very, very, very now a technical thing how to make prompts. We are on a very good way, but this is the way how we do it all in a row. Here is the prompting, so you can see it. This is and this is what you should write down also when we go here to the home screen. Um, we go here to the home screen. We are on developers.openai.com. Yeah. Here in that you find everything you need to go on. Yeah. We find everything what we have to do. You see here everything about APIs. How can I connect informations with my ChatGPT? And here you can learn. And this is interesting, yeah? we will see here the cookbook. Here in the cookbook, you see building resilient prompts using. Yeah, these days system design, model gradients, multi-tool orchestration, web source and stage. Yeah, and everything you want to know about skills in OpenAI, you find on the cookbook. Yeah. So this is the cookbook. This is the web's openai.com.cookbook. Yeah. This is a very necessary source if you want to learn on your own and you want to dive deeper in how LLM is working. Okay. So this is really a good thing what you can do and what you can learn about it. Yeah. Here, build apps with they work with ChatGPT. So if you are a producer for apps, you can here learn how you can connect your app with ChatGPT. This is what you see here. When we go to a new chat, when I'm going on plus, so I see here more, and I can see here explore apps. What you see here, you can connect apps to ChatGPT. Okay, like Booking.com, like TripAdvisor, we have lifestyle, we have apps, and this is a growing number of apps which is connected. And what I show you here with the cookbook was that you can build apps and then your own app will be connected here inside that thing, and then you can chat with your app. This is something really funny. I will show you how this is working. Um, I'm, for example, connected to Booking.com, okay? So I say nothing more than add, and now I choose the app. Now I want to talk to Booking.com. Okay, now you see here's Booking.com is activated. Now I type to Booking.com, hey, which is the best time to drive to Dubai and give me some good hotels for families in low budget. Okay, so I'm not talking to ChatGPT at the moment, I'm talking to Booking.com. And this is different. Now he says connecting to the app. Okay. And now we talk with the app. You see a window is opening and is disappearing. And now it is in booking.com. And here you see an outcome. Best time to drive to Dubai depends on where you are coming from. If you are driving inside the UAE, avoid 7 and 9 o'clock, and something like that. So now good low budgets, Premier, Dubai. Now tell me how many people are traveling and so on. Now you can do all your booking steps from ChatGPT without ever open booking.com. And you are inside booking.com. This is how it works, okay? So I connect everything in here with this bar. I can connect the Explore apps here. You have all these apps in there. You have TripAdvisor. A nice thing for many people is what I will show you. You can connect also here in. You can connect HubSpot, Kraken. You have your exchange here. This is nice. If you're in Kraken on an exchange for cryptocurrency trading, for example, you can now control that whole thing from ChatGPT out. So, and its Slack is in there for people who use Slack for example in work or something like that. You see, we have a lot of things here in. Yeah, we have a lot of apps here we can access. Yeah. This makes the whole world really, really working good. So even if you work, that's the whole thing. We have apps in here. We do not have to open the apps anymore. We just have to work with that. Yeah, we can connect everything. Monday.com is a task planner, and yeah, whatever you want. Slide GPTs you can connect also and make PowerPoint folios with that. Teams you can look at. You can look for Stripe for payment solutions. Everything. It's just that easy that you use ChatGPT for that. It's nothing tricky. Yeah, it's really easy. So for example, many people like Hey Jane. This is a video agent, okay? So this video agent is creating you a video with a guy on it explaining what's going on in the world, okay? We can do all that stuff here. Let's go show me what it is doing. You see, you can videos create and you can let talk avatars. So you can go to your projects. You see, this is what Hey Jane is doing for you. Yeah?
Have you ever asked an AI a question and got a totally weird answer? Well, that's where resilience prompt building comes in. In easy terms, it's about writing instructions that help the AI stay on track, no matter how tricky the request might be. Think of it like giving a friend clear step-by-step directions instead of just saying, go over there. By adding specific context and clear constraints, you build a resilient prompt that delivers great results every time. It's that simple. Start building more resilient prompts today and see the difference. Happy prompting.
You see, what I have done was here. Um, that was my prompt. Let me create a video which is explains the resilience prompt building is in the easy terms. Okay. Then I have seen that the video plan is coming out here. Simple guide and so on and on. Two memories to review. Your video on resilience building is ready. I've explained the concept in simple terms, blah, 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 blah. That's only a prompt making this whole video
Have you ever
in
asked an
HeyGen.
AI question and got a totally
You see, that is nothing you can hide from. This is real what you see. HeyGen, you can pay for, or you do the hard way. I'd say the hard way. Or you do it all for free, as I told you, how to make videos. HeyGen can type in, you type in what you want, and they make explainer videos. They make everything. Yeah, now I'm on a free version. I can only do 30 seconds, okay? When I'm on the paid version, I can do up to 10 minutes videos explaining everything. You do not have to explain someone anymore. If you do an online course, for example, and you want to make videos, and you are not a guy like me who is sitting there and talking, and this is more fun for him than making an online video, you can create this whole course here inside from HeyGen. And this is not advertisement. This is only the only point from HeyGen is I can connect HeyGen with my ChatGPT in the app sections. So then HeyGen is in my apps in, and I start only to write all of that in ChatGPT instead of switching over to the app. That's exactly the difference from that. So you see, it's funny, I can download the movie also. Yeah. And then I got it. It's not tricky, the whole thing. No, another thing. Um, it's really easy, this world, if you know how to do. That's why we're talking. But remember, it is time incentive. Think about you have done a 30-second video. You have wait, I think about up to 8, 10 minutes after it is there. Okay? So after 10 minutes, you imagine that there is an error. It is not resilient. It is something different from that what you wanted. Then you have to prompt here again and have to uptick that video. And then you have to wait another 10 minutes until the video is finished. So you had 20 minutes wasted of your time only to do a video which is looking how you want to look. And that's what it's time saving. The prompt you type here defines how many time you have to spend later on. The more exclusive you make it, the more precise you make it. One, two, three, four. The more it is working for you. And that's what I wanted to show you today. So if you have questions or something like that, you feel free to ask. I guess we are fine now for today. You have seen a lot of things. You can also watch the video again and again and follow up the steps I have done here. It's a lot of things I have shown you. I know that. It's not easy to follow all the time, but you have seen a common thing. First, nothing is easy in here. It is only about learning and do it again, 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 again until it feels convenient. The second thing is you have tools like HeyJane, which is working family and it's working really, really fantastic, but you have to pay for. And third, you have seen we can do all that stuff also without paying for. But if you want to make a 30 seconds video and you have only 6 seconds, you have to type in what the people do, you have to describe it, and this is why prompting is a lot of good things. But if you understand prompting, you can do magic. And if you understand that the world outside is not about videos and music creation and something like that, you can do this when you're a professional in music and video creation or in picture drawing or something like that. Yes, then it's also good for you. But you have seen now with the coding and everything, you can design your own web business. You can design any idea. You just have to ask and then refine what your idea is. And ChatGPT and Grok and Gemini will help you to make it coming alive. And this is the chance former generations had not have. Take it seriously and upskill your life. That's all for today. Thank you for being here. And now you can